So if you are an adventure rider just like me and you are riding off-road for a couple of days straight, I mean like day by day, riding off-road from the early morning to the night, you probably notice that your legs after a couple of days are not as strong as day one, and you are getting less performance, you are going slower, your efficiency is weaker because you are out of energy, because you lose a lot of energy during off-road riding and your legs become weaker after 7-10 days. No matter if you are hitting a gym or not, you will get weaker, and you probably notice that. But what if I tell you that you can fix this upgrading your motorcycle, and this upgrade takes no more than 10 minutes and you will be performing much better and you will be able to ride off-road for much longer period of time. So let me tell you a story. A couple of days ago I was riding TET Greece on my KTM, and after a couple of days, like 5-6, I begin to feel that my legs are not in a shape as a day one or day two. So my performance after 6 days was getting lower and lower and lower. And I started to think, what did I do wrong? Because I'm after a knee surgery and I was hitting a gym for last year like regularly. So I think my muscles are in good shape. I did a couple of rides after the surgery and everything was good. But then on KTM 690, it's quite different than on Tenere or on big bikes. You are hitting the more demanding tracks, you are going much faster, and all the time you are working with your legs. You're balancing, you are doing squats on the motorcycle, so your muscles will burn. No matter if they are big or small, probably even if you are a big muscle guy, you will feel the pump much earlier. So I started to analyze what can I do with my bike, and I heard about TwinPegs. So I decided, yeah, let's try it. But first let me tell you what the TwinPegs are. So TwinPeg is just a pair of additional footpegs for your heel. So you are standing like on the flat ground, and this makes less effort in your muscles. You are standing without any effort, you don't need to balance, you are more stable, and this impacts in that you don't need to use as much energy as normally riding on a bike. So this implies that you can ride a longer period of time before you actually get tired. Let me show you how it looks. This is the TwinPeg additional part which comes here, and here is our additional footpeg. As you can see, it moves just like our standard one, and even easier. The spring is not so hard, so in case of crash or something, it won't break, it will just move like this. So the installation, it's like 10, maybe 15 minutes, and I will show you in this video how to mount it. And as you can see, you can also have additional parts. This one is for Perun Moto, so it doesn't interference, it works well, but you always need to check which accessories are compatible, because I heard that in different motorcycles you, for example, cannot have a center stand or something like this, but I think it's not a big deal. About riding, when you sit, you don't feel it. It's like there is nothing changed. Most of the time when you are sitting on the bike, your leg, your foot is in this position and you don't touch that far. Once you stand, your heel became stable, and your whole foot and your whole body, it's more stable. So not only you have less effort to stand and balance on the bike, but also you have a bigger control. And after a couple of rides I can feel it that it's easier to balance the bike, it's easier to, you know, dig the rear wheel into the mud, into the sand. So if you are riding in the sand, you know that you always need to put your heels down to make this balance point and dig the rear wheel. But with TwinPegs you are quite fast, add this force to the heels without losing you know, the balance. So I can't stress out how different the ride is and how easier the off-road riding is. It's a real game changer. So the ride is different. You are feeling the motorcycle in a different way. So I think it's recommended to have at least some experience in riding off-road before you change to TwinPegs. But I'm not saying that if you are new in motorbikes you cannot use it. You can use it, but I think it's nice to have at least some experience to ride off-road, and then once you upgrade it to the TwinPegs, everything becomes easier. So yeah, it will feel different for a couple of rides, but you will get used to it after maybe 100 kilometers in off-road. You will feel that you can stand stable on your heels, not only on the bars. So you have to get used to it, but you will do it fast, and it's like a additional layer of knowledge, so it doesn't override your previous experience. So once you get back to a different bike without TwinPegs, you will still be able to, you know, ride as good as you did. Are these TwinPegs perfect? We'll find out. But for now, I'm very impressed with that. I tested it in many different variations of terrain. Everywhere I felt more stable on the bike, so I don't see any disadvantages to use it. I was afraid that sometimes in tough technical terrain, when you have tight turns, going slowly on the stones or something, when you have to sometimes put the leg and keep the bike on the ground, that this will somehow interrupt with the leg, with the boots. But in reality I didn't notice this problem. As you can see, it's smaller, much smaller than the KTM power part, bigger Rayleigh footpeg. It's quite small and the spring goes quite easily. So in case putting a boot somewhere here, as you can see, there's no problem with that. So the only thing that I was afraid is actually not a big deal. And doing the riding on road, you don't feel it. It doesn't interrupt. So no disadvantages. I really want to find what's the weak point of this, but I can't find. The only one might be that in some motorcycles you have to sacrifice center stand or the rack or something like this. But in reality, I think most of the parts of the luggage racks and stuff like this should work with that. You can always write an email to TwinPegs owner and he will tell you what to do and if it's okay to use different accessories. Hey, just before I uploaded this video, I have a small chat with the TwinPegs crew and I have special offer for my viewers. So if you are willing to buy TwinPegs and you want some discount, I have one for you. You need to use the code AdvAnywhere at twinpegs.no. So you basically go to their official website, you choose the TwinPegs you are willing to buy for your motorcycle, and then in the cart you need to place the code AdvAnywhere. The link is also in the description. The discount is 5%, so it's like around 15 to 20 bucks depending on the version of TwinPegs. You might think it's not much, but you can put this money into a fuel and you will have a lot of fun during the whole day. You can also find the affiliation links always at my website, so have a look there and use your code. In my case, as you can see, I'm using this extra part for the luggage system, Kriega OS base. So I put a loop here, and you don't actually need it because you can attach the strap directly to the TwinPeg. So it's a great feature. But I wanted to have the link a bit higher, not too close to the boot. But you should be totally fine to wrap it around this part. This is designed to work like this. And the wave of this, it's not a big deal, and the wave is quite low, so it doesn't make your bike any heavier. If you are new to my channel, please subscribe, leave a comment, share this video with your adventure friends, and if you're interested in more content, you can check my channel, you can check my website. There are stories, photographies, reviews, and some freebies, a lot of affiliation links. So there's a lot of stuff to search on my website, so please be welcome, and yeah, let's go.